A breeze tugged at her hair, blowing shoulder-length strands into her eyes. Then a sound like a footstep crunching on fallen leaves caught her ear. She whipped around. Goose flesh dotted her arms as her eyes widened, seeking out the source of the footstep. Her heartbeat quickened and blood pounded in her ears. If a hunter or huntress had come down here to be alone, he or she would have announced themselves. Something else remained cloaked in the dark. Something mysterious that drew her into the ebony web. A new gypsy melody drifted down to her from the party, but it didn't disguise the footsteps she had heard. Had someone walked in her direction, or away from her? She couldn't be certain. She pulled the dagger from its sheath at her waist. A vampire wouldn't endanger its life by coming to a hunter's ball with so many hunters about. Would it? His scent floated to her as the wind shifted direction. Her throat dried instantly as if a sponge suddenly soaked up the moisture. She strode forward, attempting to perceive anything, an outline of a body, anything she could make out in the lightless void. Whoever it was took 3 steps back, drawing her forth. She charged forward and felt a piece of satiny fabric suspiciously fluttering in the breeze like a cloak. Like a vampire's cloak. Panicked, she swung her blade, attempting to strike the creature, but all she touched was air. Unsure of herself, she remained frozen to the walk. Why hadn't he attacked her? He could have easily taken her, as disadvantaged as she was alone in the darkness. Yet she was drawn to him, and couldn't free herself from wanting to solve the mystery of who or what he was. But it was more than that. Almost as if her backbone had turned to steel, and a man-sized magnet drew her into the shadows, like she had no willpower to resist his force. Then a masculine hand grasped her wrist and attempted to drag her into the dark. Her heart pounded out of bounds. Although she knew she should have struck at him with her dagger, his touch was warm, full of life, and filled her with need. An unnatural need. Well, for her it was unnatural. She'd never been interested in any man before. Certainly desiring a vampire was anything but normal. Her molecules dashed around inside her, colliding with one another in a madcap frenzy. Her knees grew weak, her head spun out of control with the sensation. "Rachael!" Zachary hollered from the parking lot. The man released her, severing his tie to her. Her stomach flip-flopped as she fought the urge to find him in the dark, to learn his identity, to know how this man could undo her with a simple touch. What would he have done to her if he'd pulled her into the shadows with him? Kissed her? Or torn her throat out with his lethal fangs? She touched her shoulder. Or marked her. She shuddered. Maybe he was the one who'd already marked her and now came to claim her. All at once, dread bunched in her stomach. What was wrong with her to even want to know the answer to the questions? Her uncle had only allowed her to kill vampire dogs, not human vampires. She wasn't experienced in dealing with them. That was the problem. She backed up, then ran for the parking lot, her heart thundering. His intriguing scent seemed to follow, but she saw no sign of anyone other than her cousin searching for her in the low light of the parking area. "There you are!" Zachary hurried toward her. "Where have you been?" he scolded. "Father said you were to go straight home, change, and come directly back here at once. 1/2 an hour, no longer." She strode to her car without a word to her cousin, her thoughts still consumed with the man in the dark. "Father doesn't like it that you said you were going after Piaras, even in jest." "Tell the whole world, Zachary." After unlocking the door to her car, she climbed in, slammed the door, and locked it. Feeling unnerved, she sat still, watching for any sign of who or what had accosted her. Seeing no sign of him, she jammed her key in the ignition. No time for paranoia. Yet she couldn't help feeling the man hidden in the shadows had targeted her, not anyone else. What was worse, she should have told Zachary, who watched her while she drove out of the parking lot. Something prevented her from doing it, as if the creature had woven a spell of silence over her, binding her to him for as long as she lived. Which undoubtedly wouldn't be long if she continued to act un-Huntress-like in his presence.